Hello there, everybody. Thought that it would be a fun idea to shoot a contest response while I'm on my way to our big shopping mall, Bista, to search for vacuum cleaner bags for my vacuum cleaner. And the response that I'm making is the contest for that bad English records Mr Finglish have. Mr Finglish, the man with the magic fingers. And he celebrates his 100 subscribers, and I say congratulations, Mr Finglish, you're worth every one of them. I hope that you will have a whole lot more, I'm pretty sure of it. You have a couple of questions that I thought I was going to answer while I'm taking myself to our shopping mall. See here today it is a little windy, but a little chilly. It's 0 today in temperature, but to answer your first question, you wanted an album that was suitable for autumn evenings when it's getting dark and chillier. And I come to realize that something that is very good or listening to when it's autumn, getting darker, is big band music, more modern big band music from maybe late 40s, 50s, 60s. A lot of these are very, very relaxing and calmer. My absolute favorite autumn song is Early Autumn by Woody Herman with Stan Getz at the saxophone. So my choice, even though this is late 40s, is this album, Woody Herman, Keeper of the Flame, a Capitol release, complete Capitol recordings of the Four Brothers Band. And this contains Early Autumn, as well as the B-side, The Keeper of the Flame, the B-side of that 78, that I also have. Otherwise, other suggestions could be records with Thad Jones and Mel Lewis. We have maybe Quincy Jones Big Band, could be very, very good. Maynard Ferguson, very suitable for autumns actually. This is IKEA in Sundsvall, and suitable place for answering your second question, which was songs and or something that relates to winter. That was a hard one because I felt like I didn't want to involve Christmas, and most winter songs or albums with covers of winters are Christmas albums, and I felt it was a little boring to have Vivaldi's Winter from the Four Seasons. So I found two songs that whose titles are about winter, and when it comes to myself, most of the winter songs that I know is besides Christmas songs, also songs that is nostalgia from winters that have passed, but not necessarily songs about winter. But here is a couple of songs that at least has winter in the title. Bomb the Bass, Winter in July. which also can be a really winter song, even though it was released in the summer of '91, but it has a production and a sound that actually sounds like a little bit of winter style, and still it manages to be a very great and big song in the late summer, which is very impressive. It sounds like winter and still managed to become a summer hit. So maybe the reason for the title, Winter in July. And I felt like, of course, couldn't leave out my favorite girls, the Bangles, the Hazy Shade of Winter, a great track from the movie Less Than Zero. And the noise you're hearing are people passing by with wagons, with stuff they have bought from IKEA. So, Winter in July and Hazy Shade of Winter. Question number 2. Here at Net I found my vacuum cleaner bags, or dust bags. So I'm pretty much finished here. Question number 3. You wanted to be recommended an album which was a little tough, because you are a man who likes hard rock. I don't like that much, as I think it's pretty obvious by now. So I took an album that I don't know how much you're into synthesizer music, but I took an album that I hope that it's a chance that you might like or not, but it's an album that I recommend nonetheless. It's by a British, or should I say Scottish, synth pop group called JorgenS, spelled a little different, with their charismatic singer Lauren Mayberry. They make synth pop music in pretty much modern style, maybe a little more aggressive melodies, but still very poppy, very synth poppy, and Lauren Mayberry is very cute, very charming, very great voice, and I really fell in love with them the first time I heard them. This is their second album, Every Open Eye. It was released in 2015. As you can see, a V instead of a U in JorgenS. So the thing I think that is Roman spelling. But I highly recommend this album, Every Open Eye by the JorgenS. 24th question also. What people we know feel about our collecting hobby. It is it has become way better through the years. I think when it was in the 90s when buying vinyl was as way out as it could be. It was CDs, and I bought my vinyls. It was before internet. I got internet and chatting, and before vinyl community. I felt pretty lonely as a record collector. I didn't know anyone with the same interest. Of course, I knew people who loved music that I could talk music with, but not collecting vinyls. At that time, I was more into jazz and 80s than anything else, and it wasn't the most hippiest music styles as you could listen to and collect as a young person in the 90s. So it was. I stayed by my vinyl, but it was a little bit lonely, not knowing many people who actually was interested in vinyls in the 90s. Now it's become way better. Now when the vinyl is hip again and so on. It is people has really been impressed with my hobby. The usual question: how many vinyls do you have? Like I'm some kind of a computer. And giving me tips every now and then, well, about where to buy records and so on, when it comes in records to the second-hand stores and so on. So maybe they think that I buy a little too much records. I don't know, but I still think that they are actually pretty much impressed, and many helps me with the collection, even though they don't know anything about it, and or the music that I collect. I think they're happy for me in this case, that I have this hobby and I've been having it for so long, and they're impressed by any kind of knowledge that I have. So it feels pretty good right now to be a collector right now. Well, it's time to go home, so I'm waiting for the bus now to take me back home again. You had a bonus question also, Mr Finglish. You want to know our favorite Finnish musician. I think that Finnish dance music has, during the 2000s and 2010s, been rising enormously. I really love Finnish dance music like Darude, Boomtakten Seas and so on, K-System. But I think that my favorite is in that case Dallas Superstar. And I really think that Jaakko Saluvaara, I think his name is called JF16, is extremely great dance producer. I've heard him also produce other artists. And I also heard him do solo stuff that are really good. But I think that Dallas Superstar were the greatest, with some really great melodies, awesome production. And Flash, the debut album, is really great, but I think my favorite actually is Higher State from 2006. Containing their version of Fine Day. So I think this is among the best that Finnish music has to offer, in my opinion. So, Mr Finglish, I hope that you are satisfied with my response. Going around here, traveling around the city. So I hope that you and everybody else have a really nice time, no matter where you are, no matter what you do. Take care, and so long.